What's going on, good people? I appreciate you coming through, man.
No problem, man. Anytime I can do something positive, get with you and try to, push this thing to the community. We always linked up like that, so that's what's up.
Indeed, man. This is my man Shank from way back.
Way
Like
back.
early '90s, right?
Yeah, 90s, 2000s. You know what I
Right.
mean? Teenage years coming up, doing what we do.
For the fans, it's the Dominant DNA podcast, episode 8. Salute to my man E-Man. Always, you know what I'm saying? On the boards, making it look so lovely. You know what I mean? Y'all peep the background. This where we know each other from.
That's exactly where we know each other from.
When we was little ass kids.
See the garden, see the towers.
Yeah, man. And it's fucking great to still be here, yo.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Salute to the next generation. You know what I mean?
Always trying to keep them coming up.
Indeed. So I know, last time we choked together. Salute to my man Doe as well.
Doe
Always.
what it is, though.
You know what I mean? He was dropping a lot of knowledge. Like, yo, you know a lot of shit that could really put niggas in a better situation. Business mind.
It come from just trying to network and rubbing shoulders with the right people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep the positive energy going. If people see you positive and trying to do something for yourself, bro, a lot of people is definitely willing to help. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to help you out in your venture.
Yeah.
So,
Can we toast to that?
Yes, we could, brother. Yes, we could.
Yeah. I told you he's probably gonna do this like 40 times
That's
today.
fine. That's why I had to go ahead and pull up. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
But yeah, that's what it's really about, man.
So the CDO shit you was telling me about. Like I've heard a lot of people talk about it. You know what I mean? As far as a way to get legal money.
Definitely good. It's good for young black people. It's good for young brothers. A lot of the companies that I've noticed since I've been doing it, they don't really, care about your record. A lot of companies, it's like second chance companies. They let you come in and give you a shot. As long as you do what you do, they'll pay you good. It's a good way to make a living. Good. I mean, I know it's a lot of niggas on the block, that's saying they making this and making that. But at the end of the day, after you put in all them hours and do what you do, you probably ain't making nowhere near $1,000 a week that you can spend,
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, it's easy to break in. It's easy to get into the business. It's easy for you to get your own truck. Owner operators is out here getting it. Shout out to all the owners and operators.
Indeed.
The people starting their businesses from this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are doing it. Young black men are doing it.
Right.
So I encourage any young black man to go out here and get a CDL. It could definitely be detrimental to your life. It's one of the best decisions I've made in my life.
So when did you actually make the decision? Like, when did you start going to school to get your license?
Probably around about 5 years ago, I went to school to get the license. I was having it hard, like most young black men did, just trying to find a job that pay a little more than the last. I'm trying to find a job that pay a little more than the last one. You know what I'm saying? You think them pennies add up at the end of the week, but they really don't. So I was like that for a while, and actually, one of my kids' mothers, man, she told me, hey, look, I think truck driving to be something good for you. It's good money. I've done research on it, and she knew some people that was doing it. She kind of pushed me to do it. So, shout out to Janaea pushing me to do that. And I did it, and it really was the best thing I've done in my life as far as career wise. Keeping stability, keeping the stability going.
Definitely what's up. Now, I know that a lot of people, I'm going to say most people don't listen. But has it been anybody, that you just talked to about it, you know what I mean, that was able to do it and actually did it and did something with it?
Maybe not guys that I've told about it and done it, but it was a lot of guys that I went to school with, that we all had dreams and aspirations, and some of them is putting them in the play.
That's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? So that's what's up. That's what we were sitting there talking about: getting your own businesses, getting your own trucks, being your own boss. A lot of these colleges they encourage you to keep going and going to get trades and going to get degrees and things that you're still gonna have to work for somebody else in. They don't really encourage you to go get your own and be your own boss. You know what I'm saying?
They don't need. Oh, my bad.
No, you good. So that's one of the things that I know for sure young black men can do that can definitely change your life. Definitely change your life, money.
Hey, man, I was just agreeing with you when you were saying they don't want you to own your own. They don't even want you to sling some fucking insurance on the side.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
They want a piece of everything.
They want all your fucking time, but don't want to give you no money or no pension unless you work for the government.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of fucking corporations in here in this country that ain't got shit to do with, government work.
Nothing to do with it. So, at the end of the day, where you left at after you done gave these guys 20, 25 years of your life, working hard for them, making them millions, like where you left at after that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I'm far from a perfect person, right? And I love the positive shit that we talking about now. But I didn't start from the beginning. What you was talking about, the towers, see the gardens. You had so many different apartment complexes or townhouse complexes or whatever in the 90s, yo. You know what I mean? Like I really missed the 90s.
90s was everything. I mean, that's what made us who we were. Who we are today. So
can we toast to that?
You know what I mean? So
Good
90s
brother.
was definitely,
Indeed.
it taught us a lot. It brought on a lot. There was a lot of change going on in the 90s from what we were used to and our parents were used to.
So, you came through, you know what I mean, off of the strength of me to be on the show.
Yeah, definitely.
So, can you take me there? Can you take me to the Scotts Branch community in the 90s?
In the 90s, man, when I came around about 95, 96-ish, I thought that I was coming to the county to see a lot better. I thought that's what my mother thought. That's what my mother and my father thought. That we were coming out to live somewhere better, but it didn't quite turn out that way.
Did it?
Scotts Branch was a little lit when I got out there. It was lit, yo. There was shit going on that I didn't think was going on. Shit, keep it a buck with you. I ain't even get in trouble when I was living in the city and in town and all of that, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I started getting in trouble when I came out the county, yo. But it was a lot going on. I mean, it was cool though. You know what I'm saying? The school was cool. The curriculum was still a little better than it was out in the city. You know what I'm saying? The sports programs was a little better out there. People wanted to be in the county when it came to things like sports and education and things like that. So that's why I think my mother and them moved out there.
Now, it was a lot of shit going on,
But
right?
It was a lot of shit going on, though.
You know what I be tripping off of? I don't know if you had this experience. Like, when niggas that ain't even from out there, like, be trying to tell you what that shit was.
Yeah,
man.
That's funny to me, especially when they actually hit a year or something like that I know I was out there and really,
Right.
really out there.
Right.
I used to be like, man, y'all don't really know what was going on out here.
Exactly, yo. Exactly.
But it was a extension of the city. It was an extension of the city. The same shit that you could catch going on in the city was going on in the county. For sure. Without a doubt.
I could say in my experience, most of the dudes that I met, outside of maybe sports, sports was fun as shit back in the day too.
Man, that's what we thrive. That's where I met most of my friends at. Through sports. Everything started there with sports. It was like almost like around my neighborhood. It was like, you ain't playing baseball, you ain't playing basketball. What the fuck you doing? Like, right. What you doing then, yo?
Right.
You ain't playing nothing. Like, this was unheard of.
Yeah.
You know, when we was coming up.
Yeah. Now, was you actually worried about that shit? Because I used to really be worried about basketball.
Yeah, man. Well, football was my thing. I was definitely, baseball and football. They were my main sports. I made sure I played them every year. I played baseball since I was 6 all the way up till I was like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of gave up baseball and basketball for football when I went to high school. And after that, started getting in trouble, man. That's what kind of killed my path towards, sports and athletics. It was just the streets. You know what I mean?
I get it. Cause I ain't like, you know how niggas was getting locked up in middle school and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot of wild niggas when we was little ass kids.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And looking back on it, it was also a lot of really like grown ass men like hanging with fucking kids, yo.
Yo, grown ass men hanging with kids.
Yo.
I remember vowing to myself, I ain't saying no names, but I definitely remember vowing to myself like, yo, when I get 30-something, definitely not gonna be like, yo. Definitely not gonna be like, yo. I know that much. Fuck that.
Go beat up some high school niggas.
When I turn 30, if I'm out here looking like yo and being like yo, still doing that, something ain't right. Something ain't right. We ain't doing that.
Can we toast to that?
Yeah, how about that?
Can we toast to that?
About 17, like, boy, I'm telling you.
Don't it be sad when you see niggas that's way older than us, though?
Still like doing the same dumb ass shit, though, yo. Y'all be like, yo, this nigga crazy, yo.
And be proud of that shit.
Like, that's like insane at this point in life.
Oh, man.
If I'm 30-something saying I wasn't trying to be like you when you was 30-something and you 50-something now, and you still doing the same shit you was doing when you was 30-something that I said I wasn't going to do when I was like, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong, yo.
Yeah. And, you was absolutely right, yo. Like, in the 90s, and here's what I can say, right? You know what I loved about the county, yo? Like, for the most part, right? Because around that time, mid-90s or whatever, it was Baltimore City been violent as fuck for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was violence in the county, but niggas would more so throw their hands. I would say at least 90% of the time niggas would throw their hands.
Yeah. I'm going to say in the 90s period, people threw their hands, yo. It was a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really took a lot for somebody to body, you know what I'm saying? But nowadays, it's just over any little thing, you know what I'm saying? I remember throwing hands, and it was nothing. You know, you win, lose, or draw. You give that, you bop off. You know what I'm saying? I remember doing shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Give them some dap, you bop off. I actually became cool with a couple dudes out in Fort. Wind up down the road being real cool because it was a mutual respect. You wasn't no sucker, I wasn't no sucker.
Right.
We fought, you know.
You punched that
held
nigga in
your
his
own,
face.
I held my own, and
yeah.
it was just a mutual respect.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? You keep it pushing.
Right. Don't do that again.
Yeah, you know
Can
what
we
it
toast
is.
to that?
You know what it is.
Yeah. Salute to the Ufa Simba regiment. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Getting older, how do you feel when you see as a whole, like the way this shit changed since the 90s? Cause I miss the 90s.
I miss the 90s. I mean, I always welcome change, certain change. Certain things I just wish that would have stayed the same, but you know, as a whole though, I just see it moving into a lot of technology shit that's I feel like gonna kind of fuck the generation, the next couple generations up with all this technology. I just think they fucking themselves up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much, yo. You feel what I'm saying? And even with that's my man too. I'm kind of upset he did it, but I'm like, Paul Pierce though, yo. Like, yo, you way too fucking old to be doing some shit like that, yo. Even posting that, yo. Regardless if you married, not married, whatever. Like, come on, yo. Like, that's where the problem come in at. Remember we were just talking about back in the day, 80s and 90s, gangsters wasn't even trying to be on the fucking camera, bro.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Nigga
they were
say
fucking
that
running
shit
from them, hiding
right.
from them. You know
that
what
shit,
I mean?
leave that shit for them rap niggas, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Leave that shit for them rap niggas.
And now it's like everybody rushing to the camera to show what you got. Your bricks. Niggas is showing they pounds. Niggas showing they guns, they money.
Right. Like what man Little said. Salute. Everybody rapping. And he said that
crazy.
years ago, like everybody rapping.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And everybody is rapping. Like, it was a certain point in time where if you didn't possess the skills to do what you had to do on a microphone, then you wasn't going to get on. And I'm not saying some of these dudes don't got talent, but come on, guys. It's not like it was in the 90s where you could really listen to some shit and feel that shit because somebody said some dope shit.
I'm so glad you said that, right? Cause you lived out there for years.
Yeah.
So it's no way in the world that you ain't catch some ciphers.
Mm.
So can you take me there? Can you explain to the fans what a cipher around the Scotts Branch community
cipher
was like in the 90s?
Oh man, a nice roundaway cipher consists of a little bit of what you see here, these beds, a little bit of grass, a little bit of creativity. Somebody making a beat, somebody can make a beat on a fence or some shit or beatbox that shit.
Salute the Ock for the beatbox.
Ock used to always kick up, yeah. Salute the Ock for the beat, yeah. And Fung used to kill shit.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Jawanza used to kill shit a lot.
Indeed. They still killing shit too.
Doe always was killing shit.
Indeed.
My nigga Chris, he was always killing shit. Rest in peace, Dada. He would jump on and kill some shit too. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we was all out there just going off the top of the head, killing shit, laughing, joking. That was fun though. That was the times that was fun. You know what I'm saying? We was carefree. You know what I mean? We was young, yo.
It was a lot of talent, yo.
We was young, yo. Definitely a lot of talent out there though.
And salute the CeeLo and Horse.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Bernie Dozier used to make some hot ass beats too, yo.
Oh man, yo.
Bernie Dozier.
Bernie Dozier, as far as like Forbidden after LMS,
yeah, he
had a lot. He had a lot to do with that. And that's really, you know how you got people that you see sometimes, and then you got people that y'all was together like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Bernie was together like every day. I talked to him recently too, man. Love you, brother.
Shout out to Ray Scola too. Ray Scola used to get in some ciphers and kill shit too. That nigga never wanted to rap though.
Remo?
Yeah, Remo.
Oh man, that nigga was a beast, yo.
He never wanted to rap, yo. But he would jump on some shit and kill shit in the cipher real quick.
Yeah. I think he got on a hook on one joint when we was actually at the studio. And but the shit that he spit to me when it was just me and him, like That shit was phenomenal, yo.
Yeah,
Phenomenal,
yeah, a lot of talent, man.
Yo was nice as shit on the hoop and tips.
Yeah, he definitely was.
Yo, him, and salute to my man CeeLo, yo. They will be on the court, right? Ray had like the all around game, right?
Yeah.
And he'd be cracking on a nigga the whole time and busting niggas' asses, right? And then CeeLo was tall before 90% of us was tall. So he was just
Pretty
gonna
much.
boof on every fucking body.
Man, it was a lot of talent in all kinds of aspects around there, man. You had athletic talent, you had creativity talent. There's a lot of people that's artists in their own right, regardless of music.
Yeah.
You had poetry people out there that was really killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I went to school with a dude named, shout out to Tim Green too. Nice saxophonist, man, one of the best. Went to school, had the pleasure of going to school with him. He the one got me in a band one year.
Tough.
Had me in there one year, like, yo, we get to get out of last period and you know what I mean, it's chicks in there. Oh, you had me sold, didn't you? I was sold.
Yeah.
I was sold.
Yeah.
So then I got in the band and realized that playing an instrument is dope.
Indeed.
Playing an instrument was dope.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And he chose to take it further, but I appreciate the time I did get to spend in the band with him, man. It was dope. I'm glad that I had that experience. I played the trumpet. I played for 3 years. Fought my way all the way up the first trumpet. That's, you know, once you get the first trumpet, you kind of, you all right with it. You know, all right and shit. Had a little solo and shit one time.
So let me ask you this. Would you go to the studio now, like if you had some time, and just get it in for like an hour?
What, with rapping?
Rapping, the trumpet?
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I still do. Big shout out to Jimmy Beams. That's my dude. That's my nigga. He always invite me over to the studio to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I do it for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? More so, I ain't really pressed to get on and blow up or nothing like that no more. But I do it just because I love doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely jump in the studio and do some shit at any time.
You got anything for the fans? Like, is there anything they could grab that's online?
Not really. I ain't like I said. I'm not really a big online person. I'm not really a big social media person.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep pages just because I know sometimes people might need to get in contact with a nigga.
Right.
You might not have my phone number.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
talk. You
Yeah.
know, keep the buck with you, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anybody that know me, friends with me. It ain't hard to get anything that I've done in music wise. Shit, you know. We can listen to it together. I can send it to you, whatever, nigga. It's all gravy. You already.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Because I don't do it for the bread. I kind of do it for the love now.
I can relate. Same thing with the podcasting, yo. Like, I love this shit, yo.
Yeah, this was dope. I've never been on a
this
podcast
shit
before, so.
I appreciate it. That's what's up, yo. I'm glad you came through. Is it any other? Cause the last time we saw each other, you talked about a lot of smart shit that niggas need to hear. Like, what's the next thing that niggas really need to hear?
Well, definitely, man, I know it's a lot of people out here getting these PPP loans, you know what I'm saying? So I suggest a lot of people do their research on how to do that. I mean, it's supposed to be somewhat forgivable. So I would do your research on it and find out if you qualify for it. I mean, because everybody could use some money, you know, to help take care of what's going on right now. It's been a rough time for a lot of people. So that's one way you could try to get some money. And just basically just basically just stand up on whatever game that you in, just stand up on it, man, for real. Like that's what it's about, man. It's just about stand up on your game to take care of your family right now. There's a lot of shit going on in this city, in this world.
Yeah.
That you just gotta really, really buckle down and take care of yours. You know what I mean? You get through this, you probably get through everything.
Indeed. I would say two things as far as them loans. Number one, that shit coming from the government.
Definitely.
They're gonna look into what the fuck you're doing.
It's definitely some kind
in my humble opinion. They're gonna look into what the fuck you're doing. And number two is, nigga, they want their fucking money and they're gonna get it.
I believe that. I definitely believe that. You already know how they do. But from what I'm hearing, it's they saying that it's a 1% interest loan. I mean, I don't think you're gonna be able to go nowhere else and get a loan,
Right.
and only have to pay 1% back.
Right.
So if it was the time to do it, and I mean, this is just what I'm hearing. So when I get the facts, I'll come back on and let you know exactly what I came and researched and what I got from it. But this is what I'm hearing, man, and I'm saying if this is what's going on for real, then there's no way you can go and get the interest rate of 1% to
True
pay back
indeed.
a loan.
True indeed.
So I'm just saying.
Right.
Got to see what's going on, and then I'm also hearing that it's forgivable. So some portion of it could possibly be forgivable, where you don't have to pay it back.
Yeah.
So, shit, let's look into it.
Yeah.
See what's happening. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot.
Indeed. Indeed.
It's worth a shot. That can help a lot of people come up with a lot of people with these bright ideas, with these good ideas for businesses, and with all these other businesses falling off as well already because of the COVID things. There's new things that need to pop up. There's new things that need to be done. So, this could possibly help some people launch. It could possibly be something, something epic, something more, never know.
Indeed.
So,
indeed.
People just need the opportunity and a chance, man.
Yeah, and
a shot. That's all.
And a lot of motherfuckers haven't been wanting to give them one for a long fucking time.
Sometimes they just need somebody to believe in them, bro.
Yeah. So, did y'all hear about the white police officer
in Minnesota? The Minnesota
yeah,
shit, the girl.
Yeah.
Talking about she made a mistake and grabbed a gun and was supposed to grab a taser or some shit. That's the story you're talking about?
So watch out for that now. You know what I'm saying?
I said, man, these motherfuckers nowadays can just say anything and it just, it's whatever. Oh, I made a mistake and got my gun. I meant to get my taser though.
Right.
So that's my bad.
Right.
You can't do that when somebody did, bruh. The fuck's wrong with these people, man?
They don't suffer the same consequences that we do, for now. So,
man, rest in peace to that man's family, man. I mean, rest in peace to him and condolences to his family, man, because that's crazy.
Indeed.
That's crazy.
And he was unarmed. It was a fucking traffic stop. And it's like,
crazy.
Yo, they're not running around doing this shit to white people. You know what I'm saying? And well, they wilding on pretty much everybody else right now, as they really always have been. It's just high profile now because of social media, and cameras.
That's now, if you want to talk about technology and things, that is one of the good things that you have now that we didn't have back then. Because there was a lot of people getting murdered, beat up, killed, all that shit by police back then in the 90s. Definitely in the 90s.
Right.
But we had no way to prove it. We had no way to show it. They have that now. Yeah. My issue is, even with all of that, nothing's being done. Nothing's changed. These motherfuckers still coming out there doing the same shit. So it's like, come on, man. At some point, this shit has to end.
Now,
shit has to stop.
I completely agree with you, right? But I'm just asking two things. Can you ever make a motherfucker that's racist, because they was taught racism and then they've passed down racisms to their future generations? Can you ever get them to stop being a racist? And do we just need our own separate society?
I mean, I kind of feel like you're never going to get these racist motherfuckers all the way out. I mean, but you do have these people who's been in the Congress for 40, 50 years. That's racist. We know they making racist laws for the last 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
niggas be Klansmen.
We gotta like really look deep and find out what the fuck's going on and get these motherfuckers out of there. You know what I'm saying? We need new blood in there. You know, some people that did grow up in this, you know, the millennials. The millennials, I gotta say, probably are not as racist because they've been mingling with they've been diverse their whole lives.
Black men that fucked the lot.
I'm just saying, like the 90s and 2000 babies, they've been diverse their whole lives. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit for real, a lot of them.
Yeah, because they got kids together.
You know, right? That's what I'm saying. So you got to get some of those people in there that's going to care about things as a whole and not just one-sided. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this. Do you think that our people need our own society though?
I think that would be. I think it would be good for us, but then it's like, God damn, you put a bunch of motherfucking black people in the same place. It's you know, you don't know what the fuck gonna kick off, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like we would be alright if we had our own society, our own shit, our own area. I feel like we'd be good. I mean, we got everything we need. You know, we got everything we need, we got. Somebody's doing that shit. You feel me? Niggas who make cars, there's niggas who make whatever, clothes, it's niggas who make shoes, it's niggas who make everything that and black people, you feel me?
And a lot of niggas could sell weed legally. Yo, can we toast to that?
Shit, they have been selling weed legally.
I'm saying that shit is like, it's gonna be federal soon.
Yeah, I believe that. But it's also like, goddamn, I don't understand how that shit working right now. I mean, I'm confused. You say it's illegal federally, but then you say it's legal statewide some places. But I thought federal Trump state. So I'm confused, but it is what it is.
They'll make it up as they go along. They'll make it up as they go along.
They do what they want. So I was always confused by that anyway, but they do what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with the prohibition with the liquor back in the day. You feel me? They seen it was making too much money.
Right.
They figured a way to jump into that shit and make it legal so they can get the paper. That's what they did.
So what do you feel about, or how do you feel about, you know, Biden and Harris? Do you think it would be better than if Trump would have won for us?
Honestly, man, my honest opinion is this is just me, but I really don't be thinking that shit has no barn on the everyday life of me, you, and people like us. You feel what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Certain things might affect us a little kind of way, but it ain't really having no barn on what the fuck's going on with me and you on a daily basis. Only thing that really kind of did that was the pandemic shit. You know, that kind of affected everybody's daily life, you know, on some real shit. But other than that, you know, people were going about their daily life, you know what I'm saying? They always gonna squeeze pennies from us, so they always find ways to do that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we getting a bottle tax. Now we getting all kinds of fucking taxes, yo. Like,
Or just
and
try to
Maryland is
send
the
everybody to
worst,
jail.
yo.
I'm
Maryland
sorry.
is the worst, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, Maryland is the worst, yo. They with the taxes and all that shit. So, you know, I'll be like, man, goddamn, yo. Every which way y'all find a way to fuck us. No Vaseline. Shout out to Ice Cube, No Vaseline song, because that's what the fuck they be doing to us, yo.
Yeah, man. That's why I just feel like, you know, and I know people got business set up established over here, whatever. It's a lot of, you know, different races of people that have babies or whatever. I just feel like we need our own society.
Yeah, like how it was with the Black Wall Street.
Indeed. Salute. Rest in peace.
Definitely, the Black Wall Street was real.
And that shit was done over 90 years ago.
Yeah,
and
it was
salute
real.
salute to
Real.
salute to my homegirl Vanessa and K Rashawn for coming through, and because we talked about that.
Right. It's real. Cause it was real. I mean, it was definitely real.
And
Can't deny that.
she was saying it's like it's sad that a lot of our people don't believe it could happen now, and it's like, yo,
What? This would be
it's
easy
way
now.
more, and it's, I'm not saying that, you know, it's still not racist and fucked up now,
Yeah, it
but
is, come on,
it's a lot more
It could be that shit,
opportunities
yo.
now than it was before. I feel like every generation of ours that fought and died, like, they was cool with fighting and dying for that, as long as the next generation had more ways out of slavery.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's people not out here doing things for people, but I just feel like if the right people got together with all the money that they have, and you know, it wouldn't even hurt them, you know, to just break a little bread amongst each other and make that shit pop. They could. We need, you know, banks and all that kind of shit. Like, how many of us really own banks
Not many.
that could give loans to certain people for their small businesses to help them out? Like, we don't own that kind of shit, and we need to start owning that.
Yeah, it's and salute to my man Mellow P, because P was right when he said, you know, it's a lot of roadblocks in a way. It's always a roadblock for us, at least one. You know what I'm saying? It's usually way more than that, but you know, that's why I just feel like we need our own society to eliminate that from the equation.
Yeah.
And I also feel like over 90% of us wouldn't even want our own society. Because when I say our own society, I ain't just talking about, you know, a neighborhood with a bunch of black, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we got black suburbs out this motherfucker.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Our own law, government, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
We the people say who the fuck won't be in what positions. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And if a nigga don't do his job, then yo,
Get the fuck
like
out.
you can't do that no more.
It is what it is. But I mean, I think we could operate and function like that as a people.
I think most of us really don't want to.
I do think a lot of us is stuck into what's going on and what's going to be. This is what they see forever. You know, it's tough not to, based on the shit that you see going on, and that's what's portrayed to us on TV every day. Like, you know what I mean? It's always portrayed to us as if we the fucked up ones and shit, savages. Like I mean, like, I don't really disagree with nothing that my man Nick said. You know what I'm saying? He apologized for it, but if I was him, I wouldn't. Right. I mean, but I'm not.
I'm sure it was some type of financial, you know what I'm saying, stipulation for that.
Fuck the other one.
So you was talking about the real thugs, animals, and savages running in the Capitol and shit.
I mean, that's what it seemed to be to me. I mean,
and ratting on each other like a motherfucker when they get caught.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, so that's why Yo said that it wasn't really too far fetched to me. I'm like, shit, niggas sound exactly like what the fuck they be doing.
You see they had a cross
like
out
it
there,
to me.
bitch. They had a cross, at least one cross out that bitch and everything.
You know what I mean? Like real talk, yo.
I bet you they was gonna burn that motherfucker, yo.
They do us dirty. Hey, whatever happened to the motherfuckers that remember the dudes down in Georgia that like kind of like ran Shorty down?
You talking about
the two white guys? Son
Ahmaud Arbery?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever happened to that
Condolences
trial?
to his family. I think. I know they in jail.
I do remember.
I don't know if their
but you
whole shit is
remember
over
like
with.
the prosecutor that was getting ready to prosecute it first. He stepped down because he knew them niggas. You remember?
You know they clicked up.
Remember that?
I didn't know
remember
that. I didn't know that. But that just
that's what I'm
teach
saying,
you just taught me something else.
But
that's more racism and
He was
more
like,
to
no,
show
I
how
can't
they clicked
prosecute
up.
this case because I know them, and that's basically it's like a conflict of interest for him. I know these guys. You know what I mean? They hunt together. They do whatever. They was friends.
Yeah.
That's what they. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I think it was like an ex-police chief or some shit.
What? I mean, and when you got weapons or artillery ways though, you could just blow. You could literally blow some shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Shorty literally wasn't doing nothing but jogging. Yo.
Yeah.
You see the video. You see what it was. They stopped, waited for him up the street, waited.
See, and I ain't even see the video
They
yet. I just
Shorty.
know what happened.
They
I didn't see the
waited
video.
for Shorty, yo. Waited for him. He ran around the truck trying to kind of avoid the confrontation, it looked like to me. And it's just crazy, yo. Like, this shit is getting out of hand, yo. It's getting out of hand, yo. And when people, when regular, normal black folk, people like us, yo, start really fighting back, yo, it's gonna be a problem, yo.
Salute to the NFAC and Grandmaster Jay. Last I saw, beating every charge except one.
For real, yo, good shit.
Yeah. Did you see where the KKK was talking about, you know, just really wilding and doing their thing and shit?
Man, listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, who did you think? You remember when Trump said some shit like, I told the boys to hold tight. I told them to. You remember he said some shit like that on camera?
Hey.
Who you think he was talking about?
And they really, they did that shit really, they did that shit really thinking that he was going to pardon them. And he ended up pardoning rappers and black rappers and shit.
Because he was trying to get that vote at the time. He was trying hard as shit. He wanted the vote from us too, though, yo.
Fuck that nigga.
He wanted that vote.
Of course, they all did.
He wanted our vote.
But fuck that nigga.
He gave Willie Part and Lil Wayne too. Like, you know what I mean? He got him good.
He definitely did.
Definitely did Wayne good.
I think the only reason why he didn't pardon them niggas is because I really believe that he gonna try to run again.
Yeah, because he could do another 4, right? You eligible to do 8, right? Yeah, so he can do another 4.
Who knows? They might make up. But see, I think he's so much of an asshole.
They better not. They better
that
not do
even
it.
You know what I mean?
They better not do it. That's all I can say. They better.
Yo,
not do
he
it.
got a lot of votes though. He got a lot of votes, yo.
Man, come on, yo.
My honest opinion was it was enough white people that was tired of him. You know what I'm saying?
Shit is crazy.
The abolitionists.
You
know what I'm saying?
Listen, anytime the white people say, yo, this motherfucker making us look bad, he got to get out of there. Yo, he's fucking up.
Yeah, he just spilled the beans. He spilled the
fucking
beans. I think it was Leo Muhammad. Salute. They said he just spilled the beans. You know, like, he was talking about how, you know, a lot of American people don't like him because he's just, you know, he ain't say the word, but like an asshole.
Yo. He's very, very arrogant.
He's a wild dude, yo.
Very arrogant, yo.
But he gave them heart again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you see what happened as soon as he got in office. All that shit down in Charlotte and Tennessee and all this other shit get to popping off with these Aryan Nation and Ku Klux Klan members and shit. You seen what was going on once he got in office?
And a lot of them niggas telling on each other right now.
Man, it's just crazy. This world that we live in is crazy, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just not getting no better for us.
Now let me ask you this: are you? Because there's a difference between religious and spiritual, but like, do you or have you ever read like scripture, any kind?
Yeah, definitely.
So
I always tell people anyway, like before you jump into any religion, before just because your mother told you, or just because your father told you, or whoever told, like do your own research when you get as of age. Do your own research to see what suits you and what you really feel and believe in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's the type of shit I do. But
So
yeah, I've read scriptures, plenty of them.
I was just asking because everything that talk about the end, this what we living in right now. So I just feel like, and I'm not saying that somebody can't be like smart with school grades or excuse me, whatever. You know what I mean? Because you need balance, you need intelligence from all angles. But it's like it's a lot of ignorance with people that haven't even read nothing that they criticize.
Yeah,
Bless you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how you gonna criticize something and you never even read it?
True. I've never really done that. Like I said, I've done research on whatever I believe in and however I came to my conclusion of what's going on for me.
Yeah.
I've always done research. I've always been the type of person that said, look, man, don't just jump into nothing here first. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's anything. Business, jobs, whatever. Like, just don't jump into anything here first. You do your research on it.
Right.
So,
that's definitely wisdom.
I see a lot of things that are in the Bible, you know, tend to pop up and repeat itself, you know.
Yeah.
But that goes along, for me, that goes along with the saying that history repeats itself.
Yeah.
So, you know. Same shit be happening, bro.
Are there any other jewels that you got for the people?
All I can say, man, is for me, I just try to strive every day to try to be the best father, best friend, best brother, best, you know, son, uncle, everything I could be, man, because it's the kids and the younger generation that's actually looking at us and trying to see what really needs to be going on in their life. So we gotta always act as role models for these kids. It don't matter, even if you still doing your little devil dabble on the street. I know niggas still do what they do, so it ain't nothing wrong with do what you do, but it's always a way to conduct yourself, yo. And that's what we really gotta teach these kids. That's what they gonna pick up on.
I definitely appreciate you being here.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
I had a ball.
Anytime.
Shots out. Anybody you want to give shots out to?
Big shots out. First of all, for you for having me on here. I appreciate it. Shots out to my fam. All my kids. Love y'all. You know what it is. Rusty. Signing out.
Episode 8. We out.